Overlooking the Strait of Magellan at the southernmost tip of continental South America is Monte de Nero, a place of stark beauty where only the rugged survive. Here in Patagonia, sheep are the lifeblood, their prized wool and meat sold around the globe. Richard Fenton tends these sheep. His great-great-grandfather, Dr. Arthur Fenton, arrived here to Argentina from Ireland in 1885. 4 generations later, Richard and his father, David, are still caring for this windswept land and its creatures. But in recent years, their methods have changed.
This, under the normal grazing, you wouldn't see it. This would be bare ground with this sort of grass, which is not as, the sheep don't like it as much, and it's not very productive. So what we're seeing is a change in the amount of grass and the type of grasses that are here, and green in a time of the year where it usually would all be dry.
So this is a perfect example of these new techniques that you've employed working.
Exactly.
Chief among these is a herding system that constantly rotates the sheep to different pastures. Traditionally, sheep mostly stayed put, overgrazing and ultimately causing the desertification of much of these fragile grasslands. Richard realized that action was needed, and after years of research, envisioned a new way of doing things.
We've got farmers changing from being sheep farmers to grass farmers, and using sheep, which has been the problem in the grazing, now is the tool to bring back nature to its full expression.
And getting farmers steeped in tradition to adapt to this new mentality has been the toughest part, Richard says. The sheep farming techniques used here on Monte de Nero are pioneering, but also controversial. The Fenton family and their partners believe the sheep can be used to help regenerate this Patagonian grassland instead of just destroying it. It's a concept that's now attracting the attention of world-renowned scientists and clothing makers. NGO The Nature Conservancy is providing tools and technology to the group, such as satellite mapping, while the Patagonia Incorporated Clothing Company plans to use the wool in their products. This international recognition has also helped bring more partners into the network, which now includes 120 farms throughout Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay. It has also helped the Fentons' other business, agro-tourism. For the past 2 decades, Richard's mother, Peggy, has been receiving curious travelers from around the globe here to see how an English-speaking Irish family was able to thrive in Spanish-speaking Argentina.
The people that make the effort to come here, they say that they arrive and there's something special about this place. What it is, I don't know, you'll have to see it with your eyes.
That's not to say that life is easy here. For the sheep or their herders, change is often frowned upon, whether it's replacing horses with motorcycles or breeding complex new sheep species. But the results are paying off. I have already seen a big change in the way the grass is growing. When I arrived here 3 years ago, one of our pastures was completely dead, and now it is thriving, he says. What's more, Richard says recapturing this land can help reduce the buildup of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere.
Natural grasslands today in the world could capture as much or more carbon than forest, and could be a very big help to the environment.
Proving that progress in Patagonia can have a positive impact on the entire planet. Brian Burns, CNN, Monte de Nero, Argentina.